right, we are here for the final round of the God Pack tournament at Sully's Abode at Bolingbrook. If you guys want to come for the side events, we are firing them off already.
Yep. There's a good amount of people doing side events right now, but this is the finals match. Teddy against Jesus. We have Teddy on the top, Jesus on the bottom. Lucci against Black Yellow Luffy.
Yep.
And looks like he goes straight A, the Lucci.
Yep, looks like they're already into the game, so looks like they're going on to their third turn.
Yeah.
So,
I could see.
or their second turn, yeah. So Lucci's establishing the Kuzan for a draw and reduction, which would be good for the geckos, unless Jesus does play Sabos to protect the geckos.
Yep.
Which then he does have the Kaido, which we've seen in the last match against Greg.
Now, was it worth it to establish the 5-cost Luffy now just to force the KO with Kuzan and come back?
I would, because this fifth Luffy, Jesus would be able to get so much value off of it.
Yeah, so it has to go right now.
Yeah, so if he's able to remove it, he needs to.
Yep.
Unfortunately, you see that Kaido, not sure if he's running it at a 1-of or not, but it is now in the trash.
Yeah, and that's one of the attacks that's it is very useful in this matchup.
Yep. And again, it just shows you the level of competition that we have here. Jesus and Teddy, both known in the Chicagoland area, both always come to Sully's Abode locals.
Yep.
League night on Wednesdays is specifically if you want to get more of the competitive round reps in. But yeah, great players, both of them.
Yep, and there's that Brook. Not that it was protected, but again, it's just a good body to put down.
Also, playing that Brook, he could force Jesus to put 3 cards back into his deck, and if all he has is 5 costs, they go right to the bottom.
True. I don't know if the 6 cost is a 1-of, but if you do it early enough and force those 3 cards, which opponent gets to choose, but still.
And it looks like Teddy took curve away from Jesus too, because
that Brook play was also smart because he didn't have to turn the Kuzan sideways. Now Luffy could respond with an Ikad Luffy, but at this stage in the game, maybe not right now. I mean, he would get the draw off it.
Yeah. What Teddy needs to do is pretty much build a board and keep Jesus at 2 life. Jesus does have a lot of cards in hand, however.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't play it out like that, it's going to be trouble once Jesus starts doing leader ability.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's going to put down the Egghead Luffy, just get that draw, get the Kuzan off the board. There's no sense in putting Fist Luffy down. It's just going to get popped right away.
Yeah, especially with the Kuzan. Oh,
and
he is putting it down.
Okay.
But it's going to have to force Teddy to use the resources to get rid of it. He could swing a Kuzan and then play out a Brook, but then the Brook will more than likely just stick there. Won't be able to swing once he starts using his leader ability.
Teddy is at 8, though.
Yep, so there he goes. 6 to lead.
He's taking
is going to take it.
Yep, I was going to say I think he's establishing the Jack. Because next turn, Jesus will be at 9 Dawn, so to get rid of that last life.
If I was Teddy, I wouldn't swing at him. It would force Jesus to have to use a Flampe to get himself to start to use leader ability.
Make the Luffy player use his Dawn.
Although doing that will allow Jesus to get 2 cards.
Yes.
And he is taking it. So now he doesn't need that Flampe, which is good. Gives him more Dawn to work with this turn now.
Yep. But I think, too, with Teddy's board, I think it's okay to be that aggressive right now.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Establishing the Jack. And Teddy also has a grip himself. A lot of cards in hand over there.
Yep.
So even if he tries to just swing out at the Jack, he might be able to remove it.
Yeah, because Teddy was very smart. Again, not turning that Kuzan sideways, using the Brook to trash that. So Luffy can't be swinging at characters, and he's just giving Teddy hand advantage.
Mm-hmm. So Jesus is going to have to activate leader ability here.
Yeah.
Not many options because all there is in the trash are the fist Luffys. So if he doesn't have a Sabo in hand, it's going to be a little rough because he's going to need to protect the board with the Jack on the field.
Yeah, and with the board set, like, you got to get rid of that Kuzan. That just makes things feel really awful. Um,
Which it
but
might
this,
happen. He does. I do see the egghead in hand.
yeah, Teddy is looking a little. No, it's not terrible. He's got a 2K, Rebecca, Sabos. It's actually not bad.
Mm-hmm.
I know he has another Jack and Gecko. He has options. He can go just straight up defensive while getting a swing in. Because right now, even after Luffy awakens, I don't think. Well, there's no sense, I don't think, in geckoing.
No. Well,
Maybe to establish a
yeah.
9K body.
To establish a big body, definitely. I'm
Yeah.
not sure what Teddy has in the trash. If he has a Rebecca, definitely, probably worth doing
Yeah.
to start setting up the big bodies for the clapback to Jesus.
Let's see. Zeus is really thinking about this.
But it's very important.
Yeah, I know.
So I don't see a Sabo in his hand, which is where this
No.
makes this whole turn weird, because he needed to do that.
Yeah, because I would have played a Sabo a little earlier just to get a cycle. Teddy wouldn't have been able to KO it, or he could trash it. But
What he could have did was search with that event and potentially find a Sabo.
okay, there's that Egghead Luffy. Yep, you got to get rid of that Kuzan. But I think Jesus, is awakening faster than he honestly wanted to.
Is that a Sabo in hand? Looks like it.
Might.
Yep,
He does
it is
have
a
a Sabo.
I'm wondering if he had it on his leader pitch, or does he have the baby Sabo?
I'm thinking Jesus might leave that 5-drop just to get bottom decked and then just clear Jack possibly. Get a big body off a board.
That is possible. Currently, the Luffy is +2 with the Tudon. He will be
Yeah.
swinging for 9. Chose to go at life,
You know what? It's looking like he's just going to hard play the Sabo.
which is not a bad move either. It's going to
No.
prevent the swing. He is at 7,
Yep.
7K, so he's going to have to utilize Don to even be able to swing with leader.
Yep.
At best, he's going to swing with his Jack, though.
Yeah.
And discards 2 Kuzans, which now shows that he's getting rid of some of those bricks in Jesus' hand and potentially finding a Gecko, because next turn he will be able to use it.
Yep.
Oh, does he have another 6-cost Brook?
Um,
If he has another 6-cost Brook,
might.
this is terrible
yeah.
for Jesus.
Yeah, if he's able to just trash that thing right now with the 6 costs, that'd be tough.
Oh, he maybe Kaido. We do know he milled 1 Kaido. There is a chance he has another Kaido.
He did mill 1 Kaido. The big bodies I saw in hand earlier, I know are another Jack and Gecko, but I'm not sure about the Kaido unless he just top decked it.
Could have got it out of life. He did
That's
just
true.
take life. But, I'm more or less thinking it could be a Brook or a Kaido. So swinging, trashing that Sabo. Not trashing it, but blocking with it.
Going for the 2K. What's he got in hand to play?
Looks like he's got 5 Don Sabo. Yep.
Okay.
Sabo, this is exactly what he needs to do. Able to cycle out and find more pieces. Also getting counter with the Rebecca.
Yep.
This is going to buy him some time, because now if Jesus tries to swing at this Jack, he could just block with the Rebecca.
Yep. From what Teddy pitched, I'm assuming he's kind of planning on having a Gecko turn or just leaving options open. Okay, here comes the Moria.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
So now Jesus is going to leave himself with a buffer, making himself a 9K leader with 1 life left, which is what he wants to do here.
Yep, and that 5-cost Luffy protected by the Sabo is actually huge for him. Because, again, yeah, he has the buffer, but then when it comes to his turn, he can just, get a draw off that Luffy.
Yep. Not only that, it becomes an 8K swing and
Yep.
could start the pressure. It would require 2 cards if he wants to block with the Sabo and keep it on the field.
Yep.
This man's discarded 3 Kuzans with Sabo.
You're getting rid of the bricks. That's exactly what he needs to do here.
But, yeah, I think that's exactly what Jesus needed to see.
The only brick you want to see in Jesus' hand right now is a gecko.
Yep.
Kuzans do not matter this late in the game.
Yeah,
at this point.
if you have a gecko as a BY Luffy player, you feel like you always have an out.
Which it looks like I don't see a gecko. He does have the Nami.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a gecko. He's got a Nami, an Egghead Luffy, and I think some babies.
He's choosing to do. He did leader ability on the Sabo, which could indicate that he might have another Brook, because now it's in range for the Brook again.
Yeah, I think he's always trying to maybe threaten the trash or leave it open as an option.
And he decides to do the Jack ability. Again, he cannot KO anything, but it is allowing him to cycle to find something that he can use.
Yeah.
Maybe another Moria, maybe Brook, maybe Kaido. You know, he's just fishing for answers at this point, which is what needs to be done.
But also, too, if I was Teddy and, like, my play was to do a trash, which it doesn't look like it, okay.
So swung 11, and he
Smart.
plays his own Sabo. So Teddy walling up, which is exactly what he needs to do.
Yeah. No, I think he's playing this well because Jesus' hand isn't very big. I think it's 5, maybe 6 cards.
And he needs to see a gecko on this top deck.
Yep.
If not, it's just going to be a little rough because if he sees the gecko, he is able to bring back the Luffy, play the egghead, pop it to draw, and then cycle with the Sabo.
Yep.
And leave himself with a buffer.
Oh, okay. Countered 10. Teddy still has a hand.
Yeah. Gave 3 2Ks, and he still looks like he has 7 to 8 cards.
Yeah, so that's actually a good position why he can just wall up comfortably and then hopefully whittle down that Luffy's hand.
Yeah. So with Jesus playing this Garp, we see that he does not have the gecko, which is unfortunate, but he does find a baby Sabo and is able to cycle that Sabo from the trash.
Yep.
So he is going to be able to get himself to a 9K leader with a buffer. It's just taking a lot of cards from hand, which is unfortunate. So here goes that Luffy ability buff.
Yep.
So it's going to be an 8K. Could swing 9. And he might be able to force these Sabo blockers from Teddy here.
Yeah, 'cause it looks like he's just going to leave. He's going to get a Sabo on board and then leave up a buffer.
And honestly, I don't know if I would pop the Egghead Luffy because next turn he could use it to swing and then pop.
I wouldn't. Well, he already put down a Sabo, Teddy, so, I mean, the pop isn't going to happen. But, again, just having those bodies,
Being able to put the pressure.
Yeah, Jesus is just hoping to put some pressure, break through some of that wall.
And him chucking a Makino shows that he might have all 2Ks in hand. A chance, you know.
I'm thinking that's it. He might have kept one baby in there.
Or he could have probably found the gecko off that Sabo.
Yes, Teddy's still just countering. No blocks yet.
So ends up taking that one. Oh, there you go. There's that blocker. Would it have been better to just play that Nami first? Because now that Nami is the only thing on his field that is able to be KO'd right now.
Well,
so he could turn the Jack sideways.
I think he got the Nami through the Sabo cycle.
No, he had it in hand.
Did
I did
he?
see it, yeah. So what could have been better was playing that Nami first and then establishing that
so he just
Sabo.
got rid of that. But at the same time, he had the rest of his Jack for it. So, you know, that's one swing out of the way. That would have been easy for Teddy.
That is true, because now if he wants to swing with the Brook Sabos, he needs to at least put 3 down on each,
Mm-hmm.
which probably won't be swinging at all this turn from Teddy here. He's looking for the 5-cost rush ace that a lot of lists have been cutting out. Or I
Mm-hmm.
think in '09 they might be going back to it,
I
but
think they
not too
are.
sure. With Blackbeard, it could negate that on-play rush.
Yeah.
So it's just very iffy.
Yeah, after experiencing Blackbeard and testing different decks, I never realized how many on-play rushes there are.
Yeah, which I'm very thankful for.
Does he have another Sabo in trash? Yep. There
Hmm.
you go.
Do you? Yeah, I would play the Sabo over the Brook.
Yeah, because it's still 6K. It
Hmm.
protects that Rebecca. He is walling up, but he's not really doing much to Luffy unless he's just kind of waiting until Luffy runs out of steam.
Which is what you need to do in this matchup. So Teddy being able
Yeah.
to block her up like he is now is what he needs to do. Unfortunately, what Teddy needed to see was Moria's,
Yeah.
or his 9-drop Kaido, which at this point is looking like that one that was milled into the trash was the only one.
Yep.
Um, Not seeing that top end is what's really gonna hurt this matchup, because the top end is what lets you swing at the Luffy
Yeah.
with no down commitment and start chipping away at the hand. So there he
Yeah.
goes, finds another Sabo.
Also, too, with BY Luffy, yeah, he's doesn't have like a huge hand or anything, but if you kind of stall out and give Luffy too much time, eventually you're going to be picking at that Lucci player. And
Hmm.
he's only at 1 life. Yeah, he has 4 blockers, but they're meant to block.
Yeah.
So,
So there you go, swinging 6 with that Egghead Luffy, and it might pop itself. Yep, to get that
just to get a
draw.
card, yep.
Potentially trying to find a baby Luffy to try to play the one from life.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he has it from hand, which if he does is exactly what he needs here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's in Jesus' hand anymore, so I don't know if he's what type of play he's trying to set up right now.
Nope, he's got double Sabo. He could do the Luffy to trash the one from
Yeah.
life, but it all depends on.
Okay,
Yep,
there he
yep,
goes
there it
with the
goes.
ability.
Actually, I'm missing my Gatorade. Yeah. It's been a very long day. This tournament started at 10,
Mm-hmm.
10:15, so
Yep.
I know these players are very tired, but last round, all for the whatever manga they want.
Yep. Yep. I mean, it's always a fun day to be in a tournament, especially if you're in the top
Hmm.
and get prizing. But once that tournament is done, you're just exhausted.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
easy.
there's nothing more than you want than to go to sleep.
Oh yeah. So he will be activating his leader ability.
Yep.
We do know he has 2 baby Sabos in hand. Looks like he might have had
He might
the
have had it.
Luffy, which I'm not sure why he didn't opt to play it out.
I can't tell if he has a gecko in hand now.
Oh, he opts to take it. Here's where the Sabos might start getting chipped away. Yep.
Now, would you only set up 1 Sabo this turn and have, I don't know if he has another Fist Luffy? Because just being able to go to 8K is huge for aggression.
It is. If you double block or Sabo up, get yourself. Oh,
And I think he's
yeah.
probably going to go the double Sabo.
Yep.
He still has 6 Dawn, though.
He could swing big with lead.
A big with lead. Yeah, that might be it. Just force the block.
So him countering or him blocking with that shows that Teddy might not have any counter left in his hand.
Yeah, so there's 2.
Oh,
Counting.
there's the baby Luffy.
5. 2 for
Oh, here we go. Setting up the double.
double Luffy.
Does he do the egghead to get a draw and then Sabo? Or does he play the double Sabo? Yep, looks like he's going to do the egghead to the Sabo. Which is good to get the cards back from all the ones that he's been playing.
Yeah,
here.
and also, too, Jesus was able to kind of, he drew a good amount of cards. He's probably comfortable with the counter he has.
Getting rid of that event. And another Sabo.
Yeah.
Yep, so 3 cards in hand. These all basically need to be 2K counters.
Yeah. See, trashing it. Nope.
6 Brook. Oh, there it
Yep,
goes.
trash the Sabo.
12.
Just hoping.
There we go.
And there's the
exact
game.
counter that he needed right there.
Yep. So I think Teddy realized, like, BY Luffy was able
There
to
it
bounce back.
goes.
He had to go for
And
it.
Jesus is the winner of the God Pack tournament right there.
Yep.
With BY at that. His
No,
last
BY is good. BY is really good.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Look at that smile Jesus guy. He knows he just won the big one.
Yep.
Take it back to you guys.
All right, so that was a very interesting match. Teddy
Yeah.
looked like Teddy was killing it for a while, and then just could not find that top end.
Teddy was killing it. This is kind of what I was like thinking about. Teddy is walling up, and it protected him, but at the same time, you wall up. What are you doing to keep that Luffy on its toes? You gave too much space because that Luffy again. He drew what? I think like 2 or 3 cards. 3 cards, I think, that last turn, and was able to cycle with a Sabo.
But it's not only that; it's just not seeing your top end in this matchup for Lucci is.
Well, he
can
did.
be it. Well, he only saw 1 gecko, and then the Kaido got milled.